Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Najir Muhammad. This video clip will be the demonstration on how to use RTC or real-time clock module with I2C to take a real-time clock signal and view it in Arduino with serial monitor. طبعا this module can take real time and also the date. After you set the time and date, then you can remove the configuration and will let it store the data by its own. Okay, but before we jump to, there's a very important remark that when you deal with a chip, you have to use a proper library. There will be many libraries from different contributors. So when especially when you work in a team, you have to stick with the same library if they are using one. Okay, so for this library, for this module, the library called DS3231, which is the name of the chip. Okay, the connection is very simple. You can configure it, or you can connect it to Arduino. Let me bring the camera. Here is the camera. Yeah. So this is the configuration or connection, and this is a real-time clock model. The connection is very simple. You have 4 pins that you need to keep in mind, which is ground, GND. You connect it with Arduino GND. VCC, you connect it with the 5 volts supply from the Arduino. SDA, which is serial data, which is connected in Arduino, which is in pin A4. Serial clock SCL connected to the Arduino pin A5, analog 5. Okay, that's it. This is for the connection. You can use a female to male jumper wire to make it very easy to deal with. Okay, this is basically for the connection. How about the code? When you, as you said, for the library, I use this contributor. You can see the example. Go to the file example. There it will show you the example. I use this library where it shows 4 examples: the serial easy, serial hard, temperature, and Unix time. I use hard because it will give you in details parameters for times and minute, hour, and date by month, day, and year. So it's not actually hard, but they just name it hard. Okay, so go to this example. I use this by this contributor, Ranky Dink Electronics, Heng Carlson. Okay, 2015. Go to the website. This is his website. Go to the library in order to download the library. Okay, I will provide the link. Go to this model, which is DS3231. Download it. Okay, after you download, go to back. It gives you just overview about the chips. You can read and have an idea about it. Okay, here's the download link. Download it. After you download it, how to include it in your sketch. Go to sketch, include library, then go to add zip file library. Okay, after this it will open a browser. Locate your zip file and open it. After that, open it, then خلاص, it will be included in the in your sketch. You can now go to examples and see the examples. Okay, because I have it already, I can see the examples immediately. So after you open it, you will find a simple code. This code it's fine, but when you run it, the representation is not visually appealing. So for example, if I run this code, it will provide you with the time, but the notation is quite verbose. Let me just adjust the time. The baud rate, it's not matching with mine. So let me just adjust this only. After this, I run. I advise you to not modify your actual example. When you do modification with the example, it will actually edit the example sketch in the library. So I advise you need to use a different ish sketch when you adjust your code. So for this one, I just adjusted the baud rate, which is fine. I will not adjust anymore for this example. It will give you the date, but it quite not يعني مرتب مش مرتب. It's not organized. Today is the 13th day of October in the year 2021. It is the 6th day of the week, counting Monday as the first. Okay, and it has passed 9 hours, 3 minutes, and 32 seconds since midnight. And this I don't want it to show it like this. I want a compact form. So what I did, just I rewrite it again in a simpler way, and I end up with this code. Okay, very simple one. You include the library first of all, then you define object. This is the class and this is the object, and you indicate serial data and serial clock constant. Okay. Initial time date structure. طبعا هنا عملنا time as an object also. We will use it later on. Belongs to this class time. Okay. I define another variable float which represent the time in decimal. I will explain it in just a moment. For now, just I define it as a float number. In the setup, we begin the communication with the serial monitor with this speed. Okay, then we begin the communication with the RTC to start communicating with this chip. Then basically we do not need to know exactly what's happening inside. This is a library already a contributor done it. Yani for your knowledge, it's like beginning the communication with I2C, so it will do the stuff for you. Okay, for now you use it to begin the communication. If you didn't put it, you will have nothing out of the RTC, so you make sure you include it. These are some common mistakes. Yani هنا the very important, this is very important, you uncomment this once you want to adjust the time and the date. هنا I deselect the comment. يعني you can right click and uncomment. Okay, comment or uncomment. Okay, there is a shortcut in hand notation, control backslash or slash to comment, again to uncomment. So now in the RTC set هنا تقرأ set day of the week. You adjust the day of the week and put this value Saturday. It's a constant value. Define this constant parameters are already defined from the library. There is a table, a simple table that indicate to you this constant value, this one. Okay, Monday, if you have two ways. You include the number 1 to indicate this is a Monday, 2 to indicate Tuesday, 3 to indicate Wednesday, 4 to indicate Thursday, 5 Friday, 6 Saturday, and 7 for Sunday. But it's better to write it correctly in capital letter. It should be this is case sensitive. I adjust another code to include these parameters inside the comment, but for this one I forgot. But it's good practice to include it in the comment in order to make sure and put it correctly with correct spelling. Okay, or if you memorize the sequence, you can just simply, but you write it Saturday. It's very long for you. For example, you write it what? The sequence. Saturday, it's the 6th day of the week, so you can write it 6 like this. But if you forgot, you put it correctly. Okay, Saturday like this. تمام. Then you set the time. Here the time, it should be in 24 representation. Okay, 24-hour representation. For example, now what's the time now? It is 5. It is 5:32 and 20 seconds. It's now خلاص احنا هنا the clock started from 0. يعني we passed the midnight actually, so we can say that it's 3 and the clock will be 52. الدقائق عفوا المنت will be 52. Seconds it will still moving, so I will keep it 0 like this. Okay, for the date you can set the date. It is still in October 31st of October 10 and the years 2021. Okay, okay, then we go to the serial. Here we'll print the header for my current date, then it will print tab, and the next sentence will be date of the week, then it will give me a tab just to adjust the data, then it will print each time, then tab and print time in hour decimal representation. Okay, I mean by this, and not in the ratio notation. Usually time are represented in a ratio representation. Like for example, now it is how much? It is 3 dot نقطتين رئيسيتين لو colon يعني بدين 53 colon بدين 51. Okay, so this one it will represent the data like ايش, it is 3 dot something يعني it with a ratio يعني the ratio are converted in the expression, so it is like a compact form. Now we will see in the loop basically it will first get the time data and will store it for this object with this object. Okay, this is just a hand notation. You can you cannot ignore, يعني you do not need to add them or save them in this object T. You can use this immediately as ish to get the data. Then you can call a specific parameter of your interest. For example, here just for a minute, I will explain this for just in a minute. Let me see if this expression, it will just print ish the date. The date means the day actually. Okay, it will print the day of the ish of the month. Okay, the day of the month, for example, now it will be ish, it should be 31. Okay, should be ish 31. Okay, the day of the month. I use this notation which means the structure notation. يعني give me the day which is belong to this object T. I can say, for example, if I didn't want to define this parameter T, I can use this one like this, copy it like this, but it will be very wrong, very long expression. You say that يعني I get me the data, the time data, so on time and date and everything for from this object, and just provide me the day of the month. This is what the notation means. Okay, so if you don't want to use this expression, very long expression, you can use the short one. When you say that the T is represent this expression, it will just shorten it. Okay, you can just call T dot, you want not the whole T, you want only the date of that T. Okay, that's what the expression means. Okay, we do it نفس الشيء for the month and for the year. By the way, how do you know these names? You can see the example. Let's show you how they use it. And also there is very important skill that when you download the library, you can actually look at the data of the library. For example, I have this one. I download already the library. Here's the library that I just download. You can expand the zip file. There is something very important called the keyword. The keyword will show you the keyword used for this library. For example, here it will show you the header. For example, not the header, the object. The class. This is the class DS3231. The class time. Very important other parameter: begin time, set date, set اللي هو date of the week. Get me the time and string representation, and also get me date and string representation. Get me the day of the week and string representation, and so on. You have another one. Get me the month of a string representation, and other one. Okay, so these are already available in the keyword. Also the hour, minute, second, date. طبعا how to use them in details and other stuff, you can see other files like C++ file. You open as a script or as a note. It will provide you the actual coding of these libraries. If you are advanced user, you may understand, read and try to understand in the code and the notation, or use example. As I said, the example will provide you with what you need. But sometimes example doesn't provide you everything. It doesn't provide you some naming convention inside the library. If you want to see in details what are the functions and variables and constant that define already in the library, you, as I said, go to the library, open the keyword as the first starter, then go to the readme and go to the other files. Try to open it and try to understand it, okay? But you do not need to understand everything. Try to get what you want from the library. That's what I advise you, okay? Now let me go back to the code, okay? As I said, print the month and so on, print the year, then tab. By the way, I placed this one just to have the same notation of the date. You get the day, then slash month slash year. Then we put tab, and we want to print the day of the week. Here, get me the date of the week as a string. Before, in a previous video, I was telling you that we have to use a case structure in order to convert the number into a string that represents the day of the week. For this library, it will just provide you immediately. Just use the function. This function, it will provide you the day of the week inside this object. So this is very powerful library. Actually, it will do everything, almost everything for you. Okay. Then it will give you tab here, and will print the hour. Then put colon, then minute, colon, then second. Then provide a tab. Then it will print this expression, and now I will now explain. This expression, basically, it will convert the time notation, which is like this one, in a ratio notation, which is hours, the ratio of minute with ratio to second, okay, into in a decimal format. This simply I take the data of the hour, add it with the minute, but divided with 60, just to convert a minute to a hour. Also the second, we take the data of second and divide it by 60 times 60, which is basically 3600 value, okay, divided by this, okay. Then this will be stored into this variable, which I call the time in hour in decimal representation, okay. Then I will print it in here as the last column in our data. So when I simulate or run this code, it will provide you what as I expect. طبعا because I commented this out, you need to remove it. It's not a code, it's just a comment by mistake. Then after this I run it. No, run it. Okay, run it. First run it, then because it stores the previous code. Yes, done uploading. Then just open the serial monitor. Then it will provide you with the time as I expected. Current date is 31 October. طبعا when I explain my code, I wasted time, so I need to readjust it with the current time. So I go again for the hours. Now we are in الساعة رابعة and 51. So make sure and I do it quickly, then upload it, then re-comment it out. Okay, so now خلاص, we are fine now. It's the correct time and date. Wait till print. Yeah, current date is 31st of October 2021, Saturday. Now it's not Saturday because I'm recording at midnight. I forgot I'm now going to a new day, which is Sunday. Okay, so then upload it. Okay, done. Open it. Yeah, it is current date 31st of October 2021, Sunday, day of the week. Then الحمد حق time is, which is 4 hours 1 minute. Yeah, make sure and when you upload you have no any mistake. Try to adjust a minute at the end because this is the one that running faster. Okay, so approximately if you want more accurate, make sure and you don't have any mistake, then write your minute at the end. Now wait till it be 3, then I will write 3 and run the code just to make it very accurate. Yeah, now I will upload the code immediately. Okay, عشان I don't want to the time run. Okay, then خلاص it will be synchronized with my computer. Yeah, now it is very accurate. Okay, now day of the week is Sunday. The time now is الساعة الرابعة 4th hour 3 minute second 0. We will count after that. Okay, here الزمن بالإيش time بالhour بالدecimal representation. طبعا decimal representation it will convert this 3 minute as a ratio of hours. So, okay, so it will convert it into it will give you exactly the time in decimal representation. Okay, this data will be useful especially when you apply an equation for for PV application, when you want to find the tilted angle and so on, which I will explain in a later video. Okay, I hope my video was clear, and thank you for listening. Take care and have a nice day. Okay, bye bye.